Aw, it's a whale. I want to go pet it. Ow. That hurt. Hey guys, welcome back to ManVSminecraft4you. Today, I'm doing another Minecraft video. And in this Minecraft video, I'm doing a mod review. In this mod, like I've said many times before, this mod is Divine RPG. Now, if you don't know what Divine RPG is, it is just a huge mod that adds like 100 new mobs, a ton of new bosses, different blocks and ores, and 8 new dimensions. And it is so big, I thought I should review this, because I haven't seen anyone review this mod, so why not review this mod for myself? So, let's get right into the nitty-gritty of this. The first thing is carpet. Even though we have it in 1.6, they have it in Divine RPG. And to craft the carpet, you will need 9 of any colored wool you would want. So if you want a yellow wool, you take the yellow. If you want a red wool, if you want a red carpet, excuse me, you need 9 red wool, so on and so forth. The next thing we have is a checkered block, that thing, this thing. To craft it, you will need 4 black wool, like that, and 5 white wool, or regular wool. And it's just cool, it's checkered. And the next thing here is the different blocks. Like, what is this one? This is the red block. So to craft it, like all the other blocks, you would need 9 of the same material. So for the white block, you'd need bone meal. For the red block, I guess you need red rose. For the orange, you need orange dye. And yeah, there are a couple cool ones. Like this is soul sand. This is dirt, I believe, dirt block. Yeah, so that's just pretty cool. Alright, so the next thing here is steel. Much like an iron block or a gold block, but it's steel and there's many colors. So to craft this, you'll need 8 iron ingots. Let me get them first. Then you will need either one of these different dyes, like an ink sac or a rose red or a lapis or purple dye. So let's just take the rose and that and that and that. And the crafting bench, you will need to surround the crafting table. What's happening? Okay. Surround the crafting table in iron. And then you'll put either a rose red or one of the dyes in there and you'll get a steel. Like a red steel or blue steel or yellow steel. And yeah. Then the next thing I'm going to show is probably one of my favorite things about this mod, and it's pumpkins. Many more pumpkins are added, and sadly they can't be crafted and you can't wear them, and you can't create more snow golems. So the snow golem sort of has another brother, but not really. But they're just fun to look at. They have like a creeper, they have a blaze, an enderman. I'll get onto the other faces in a second, or later, but yeah, they're pretty cool to look at. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is the different ores that it adds into the overworld. If I didn't explain before at the beginning of the video, this is just the overworld part. There's so much more stuff I'm going to go over. So, here are the ores that will spawn in the overworld. The first one is realmite ore. I think that's how you say it. Some of the names in this mod are like very tricky to pronounce. But yeah, this is realmite ore. This is rupee ore. And this is armalite ore, I think. And yeah, when you smelt it in a furnace, you get a realmite ingot, a rupee, or an armalite. And then you can craft into like blocks and tools and weapons. And to create the swords are pretty much the same thing as creating more swords. to create this shikaxe, like a rupee shikaxe, an armlight shikaxe, you just take the axe, the pickaxe, the shovel, and the hoe, and you put it all on a crafting bench, and it will create a shikaxe. And it has infinite, well, this has 12,000 uses. This has infinite uses. The rupee is probably the best you can find. I'm pretty sure it's the hardest to find, but I honestly don't know. I don't check the forums. But this is the shikaxe. To create the tools, like I said, is the same. And the realmite doesn't have a shikaxe because it doesn't have a hoe. And yeah, the shikaxe. Now continuing from the ores in the armalite, they've also added armor for each of the 3 ores. So the first two is the realmite helmet and the rupee helmet. Same with the chest plate and the boots and the leggings. Now the crafting recipes for the chest plate and the helmet are different. So this is how to make a chest plate. To make the realmite, you just use realmite ingots. And here's the helmet. It's very different. It's like an upside down chest plate. But what I think is cool is the rupee armor set. When you have a full set on, it has 80 damage protection, 80% melee damage protection. So when you're fighting hand-to-hand combat, you take less damage. And this has infinite uses, and each thing has 13.75 damage reduction. I don't know if that's for the whole set or just the one individual piece. But yeah, this has 8.25 damage reduction. Not that much, not as much as the rupee, and it only has 5,000 uses. So I would recommend creating this rupee armor because that seems to be like one of the best to find in the overworld. Now for the armalite, it's a very, very unique crafting recipe. So it's very, very complex, but it's also sort of easy if you think about it because iron is pretty common, and you just need a couple pieces of armalite for like the boots and the chest plate. So this is how to create the helmet. The crafting recipes are shaped the same. They're different material. And this, you might be wondering, whoa, what's a shadow bar? I will explain that when I get to the other part of this video. But to create the leggings, you need 3 iron, 2 armalite, 2 shadow bars. To create the helmet, it's similar. You need 5 iron, 3 armalite. And the chest plate is like that, and that's like that. And now, the perks for this is, it's just like the rupee, it's 80% range damage protection. So if someone's trying to snipe you with a bow, it won't do that much. And then this has 12.5 damage reduction, and this also has infinite uses. So this is also very good. So it's good to have both of them. Okay, now let's get into the mobs. They add about a couple new mobs into the overworld, and I will show all of them. So the first one I'm going to show you is called the Frost. This is what he looks like. And he will spawn in the taiga or the ice mountains or any place that there's snow. And he has 40 hearts, and it takes a while to kill him. See, it only does like 7 damage. And he has his own little sound. I think it's like the sound of a knife. Oh, and he shoots those. I did not know that. That's his way of attacking. He shoots like snowballs at you. When you kill him eventually, he will drop 3 things. Not guaranteed though. He will drop things called frozen shards, which are used to create this ice stone, and which he also dropped. And that can create things like swords. And he also dropped tomatoes. And I don't know why he drops tomatoes. I think it's just like, he just drops tomatoes. So, that's the Frost. Now the next mob is one similar to the Frost like I just showed. This is called the Glaceon. And he has 100 hearts, and he's very fast, as you can see. He's one of the fastest mobs I've seen so far. And so, he is hostile, so he will attack you. And right now he's just slow, but it takes a while to kill. Like the Frost, he lives in taigas and snowy mountains, all those places. And when you kill him, he didn't drop anything. But he's supposed to drop the ice shards like the Frost did, and he also drops things called white mushrooms, which are not eatable, but they can be crafted to make edible things, which makes no sense at all, but you know, that's Divine RPG. So I'll show you the next mob. Now the next two mobs I'm going to show you is the crab and the king crab. Now these will spawn, as you can see, they're just ruining my mod showcase area. They spawn in like, I've never seen them spawn this much. But yeah, that's a crab, and then the king crab is something like that. It's much bigger. So these will spawn on beaches, like I have here. And these guys, when you kill them, they both drop the same thing, but eventually when you kill them, this might take a while. Okay, when you kill him, dang, he didn't drop anything. I'm bringing out a bigger sword. This is the best sword in the game. It just does like 82 damage. Okay, he didn't drop anything either. Pooh. But when you kill them, they're supposed to drop claws. And what the claws can be crafted into, these things called cannons, which will come. Yep, here we go. So this is a crab claw, and this will be crafted into other things later that will be helpful. But that's the crabs. These things are annoying. And yeah. Now the next two mobs I'm going to show you are the shark and the whale. So as you can see, that is the whale. And this is the shark. He's much smaller. You would think he's much bigger. But no. They have a lot of damage. They both have 800 hit points. And they both can one-hit kill you, I believe. So they're definitely monsters to be wary of in the ocean. And when you kill the whale, you get a whale fin, and when you kill the shark, you get a shark fin. And those shark and whale fins can be crafted to make the things like shark and shark anchor, bowhead anchor for the whale, and then a shark sword, and a bowhead cannon. So, yeah, the shark and the whale. Okay, so the next thing we have here is called the jungle spider. Just like a normal spider, except, as you may have guessed, it lives in the jungle, based on the name. And it has its own sound effect. It looks cool. Like the mouth. Cool. It spawned over there. And it has 120 hit points. And then, once you kill it, I'll just go ahead and kill it right now. Eventually. When you kill it, you're supposed to get these things called jungle shards, which you can craft them into jungle gems, and then so on and so forth, and then you can craft a bow, a special type of bow with it. I think it's called the hunter bow. So, the jungle spider. Okay, now the next mobs I'm going to show you are the Cyclops and the Cave Clops. So I will first show you the Cyclops. So, this very tall guy right here, he looks like he's about 4 blocks high. He's very menacing. So, he will spawn anywhere in the overworld, and he will spawn in packs. And the thing to know, he is just like the zombie pigman. He will not hurt you unless you hurt him. Then, all the other ones will come after you, so I'll just spawn a couple more. So if you hit one, they all come after you. And you do not want to do that, because they have 400 hit points, and they throw things at you. They throw blocks at you. So yeah, I'm going to just drag these guys in the water. Alright, I've taken care of the Cyclopses, and now I will now show you the Cave Clops. Now, as you may have guessed, since the word cave is in his name, he will spawn in a cave. This is what he looks like. He's not as strong, apparently, as the Cyclops, but he throws blocks at you. So that's something you want to be wary of. And when you kill him, oh, I forgot to mention, the Cyclops, when you kill him, you have a chance of getting a golden ingot, so all those SkyDivesMinecraft fans will be very happy about that. And then if you kill the Cave Clops, you have a chance of getting a golden pickaxe. And then more SkyDivesMinecraft fans will be happy about that. So, SkyDivesMinecraft fans, these two monsters you will like if you kill them. They will drop what is so-called butter. But I call it gold, because I'm me. Alrighty now, we will now spawn this next mob, and it is a tough name to say. It is Enthralled Dramcryx, I would say. This mob, he will spawn underground, and he looks like a purple pig with spikes on his back. When you kill him, you will get these things called corrupted shards, which we can craft into corrupted stone, which will be very useful later on in this mod showcase I will show you. So I will hopefully kill him and show you what the shards look like. No, I broke the cactus. You made me break a cactus! You have committed a crime, sir. You shall die. And these are the corrupted shards. Yeah. Now the next mob I will show you is the Rototick. So it spawns underground, and this is what it looks like. He looks like a caterpillar, except more stubby. Sure. And when you kill him, he will have a chance, a very high chance, of dropping the most valuable thing in Minecraft. Except he didn't drop it. He would drop diamonds. So, you're starting out on Divine RPG. This is a good mob to go after, because he's very low in health. He doesn't do that much damage. And when you kill him, he drops diamonds. What Minecraft player doesn't like diamonds? What Minecraft player? Here we go. One of the final mobs I will show you from the overworld. This is called the Cave Crawler. So, his spawn rate is very high, but he will be easy to kill. He only has 30 hit points. When you kill him, you have a chance of getting a real might ingot. I have not been getting much of the mob drops lately, so I'll try again. And he will spawn in light, so if you place down a torch, don't think you're safe, because he will come after you. And you will get this real might ingot, and you can make armor with it. So, Cave Crawler. Okay, I've run out of things to say, so I'll just show you the next mob. So this is the Desert Crawler, and there are already a bunch of them here, so I don't need to spawn one for you, but I'll do it anyway. So he has 60 hit points, spawns in the desert, as you may have probably guessed. When you kill him, you get sandstone. I will show you sandstone, and a lot of it. Like, that's 100 pieces. So, you get sandstone from Desert Crawler. Now, the last mob I'm going to show you is the Arid Warrior. And he holds a bow, apparently. I did not see that on the forums. But he will spawn in the deserts in the night, and he carries a bow. I'm guessing he will shoot arrows at you. Yep, he shoots arrows at you. And he just walks away from me. And when you kill him, you will have a chance to either get sandstone like the Desert Crawler, or, which is very odd, the second part is he gets red wool. Now I don't know what that has to do with him, but maybe he just likes red wool. Maybe he does. Now aside from adding mobs to the overworld, Divine RPG has also added a new trader, or an NPC, along with another boss. So I will first show you the NPC. This is called Jack-O-Man, and he looks very menacing, but don't be scared of him, because he won't hurt you. So he has 1,000 hit points, so it's going to be hard to kill him. So when you right-click him, he says, boo, and then you can trade stuff with him, like this Scaly Man hat, and all this armor, and Jack-O-Man armor, for various things, like wither skulls, pumpkins, eyes of ender, and bones, and spider eyes. And you can just get a bunch of this cool armor in the scythe. I have shown you the NPC. I will now show you the boss that has been added. So this is where the corrupted shards come in from this enthralled dry Kramix something. This mob that I showed you earlier. So to craft the corrupted stone, you'll need 9 of these, and you'll create a corrupted stone. Now this is the mysterious clock. This will be used to spawn the boss. You'll need 3 corrupted stone, a clock, and a hellstone ingot. I will show you how to craft this when we get into the nether, but for now, I'll just show you this, and I'll take these along with me. So, anywhere in the overworld, you just right-click with the clock, and it will spawn the ancient entity. My god, he is just hideous. He just has like an eye, he looks like a giant bug. And it's very hard to hit him. And he has 4,000 health. And so it's going to be really hard, but they say it's the easiest. By they, I mean the forums. So when you do eventually kill him, you will get a couple of these divine shards, will be very helpful, and the sand slash, which is, oh, I dropped it. The sand. Oh, and I forgot. He also apparently gives slowness to you, and he makes you drop your items. So, and this sand slash is more powerful than a diamond sword, so this would be good. And he has a lot of health, so it's going to take a while to kill him. So I'm just going to stop there. And now this is part 2 of part 1 of however many parts this is going to take for Divine RPG. But they've also added stuff into the nether and in the end. So I will show the end later, but now we are in the nether, and I will show you what this ends. So the end, 2 new ores will be spawned. It's called the blood gem ore and the netherite ore, and when they put it in a furnace, you can get either a netherite ingot or a blood gem. Now this crafting recipe over here is going to be helpful. When you put 5 netherite ingots like this, you will get a netherite chunk. Then you will need a shadow bar and a netherite chunk, and you'll create that hellstone ingot that you'll need. Now, here's how to create a shadow bar. You'll need a rupee and armalite, and you'll create a shadow bar. You create a hellstone ingot. Pretty helpful. Now, aside from the netherite and the blood gem, they've also added some useful things that could also spawn bosses. Yes, that's right, more bosses into the nether. So, the first thing you'll need to know is how to make a molten stone. And to craft it, you'll need 9 molten shards, like this. And I will explain how to get these shards in a moment. Now, with the molten stone, you'll have to make 3 of them to make the Call of the Watcher. Now, the Call of the Watcher will be used to spawn the Watcher. To create it, you'll need 3 molten stone, a hellstone ingot, and a watching eye. And the watching eye, you may wonder, where does that come from? Well, it comes from a mob that is in the end that I will show you later on. So, this is how to spawn the Call of the Watcher. Now, another useful tool that would be used in the nether is called the Eternal Flame. And this is going to be used to spawn another boss, which is called the... I can't think of the name right now, but I'll go back to it later. To craft it, you will need 8 purple blaze and an inferno sword. To craft the inferno sword, you'll need 1 stick, 6 blaze powder, and 2 redstone ore. And to get the purple blaze powder, I will show you along with these molten shards. Now that I've shown you some of the blocks and ores and other stuff you can make, I will now show you some of the mobs. So this mob right here is called the Hell Spider. He will spawn in the nether, and the cool thing about him, well, not very cool. So even if you have a fire resistance potion, he will still set you on fire. So you gotta be careful about that. And when you kill him, he will drop netherite, netherrack, and molten shards. So that's where you get the molten shards from. Yeah. Now the next mob I will show you is called the Scorcher. And he is similar to that of a blaze. See, there's one over there. So he will shoot at you, except he's a very bad shot, and he has no recharge time. That's going to be very hard to kill if you get hit by one of these. And when you kill him, you'll get the blaze powder right here. And so that's cool. That will be used to spawn. The King of Scorchers is his name. That boss. So, you are annoying the crap out of me, so I'm going to stop. Now, the next mob I will show you, I have to find, because he does not have a spawn egg. I don't know why. So, I will be back in a second with the next mob. Okay, so this is the Wildfire, and he carries a bow. He has 100 hit points, and he will shoot at you. And when you kill him, oops, that stinks. But anyway, when you kill him, you get netherite chunks and a hellstone ingot and one other thing. I don't remember. But yeah, now I will show you a cool pet. Alright, now this pet is called the Hell Pig. These will only spawn in soul sand, and they have a very low spawn rate. But if you do manage to get one, they look like little piggies, but they're like hell. They're from the nether. And you tame them with blaze powder, and they will change color when you tame them. I'm trying to think of what else to say. And they will attack other mobs, and they will set them on fire. But I don't know if he can get to the into the real world. But the Hell Pig, he likes to dance. Now, before we leave the nether, I will show you the two bosses, like I mentioned earlier. So the first one I'll show you is the Watcher, or I like to call him the Stalker, because the name and titles, he's the Watcher, and people who watch you can be stalkers. But anyway, enough from stalkers. This is the Watcher, and he is huge. I can't see him. But I think he's like, yep, this is him. This is a giant floating thing with eyes. And he has a lot of health. And if you think that the Ender Dragon has a lot of health, he does not have a lot of health compared to this guy. And he will shoot range attacks, and he apparently likes lava. This is what he looks like, if you can kind of see him. But he is huge. Just creepy and huge. And I'm going to see how much it does. It's going to take a long time with this diamond sword. But that's a watch. That's really weird. And if I can get to him, he has a face. He has a giant mouth and eyes. And apparently he doesn't want to attack me. I'm scared to go into game mode, but whatever. That's the Watcher. I've lost the mob spawn, the mod showcase area. The last thing I will show you from the nether is another boss called the King of Scorches. Now I forgot to mention that this boss and the Watcher will drop divine shards when you kill them. So let's go over somewhere where the Watcher isn't. So somewhere where there's light so we can actually see him. So when you right click with the Infernal Flame, you'll get the King of Scorches. And he has 6,000 hit points. That's huge. And he will shoot those things at you. And apparently he dies in lava. That's so weird. Because he's in the nether and it's lava. And yeah, whatever. But the King of Scorches, related to this thing, the Scorcher. And so he has a bunch of heads. And oh my goodness. And he explodes. I did not know that. Okay, welcome to the last part of this first part of Divine RPG mod showcase. So we are in the end, and it does not add a lot of stuff. It just adds a couple crafting recipes, 2 new mobs, and 2 new items, which I will be going over in a second. But first I will show you the mobs. So this first mob right here is called the Ender Watcher. Now, there are many of him around, so I don't think I need to spawn one. But he's just like an Enderman. If you stare him in the eye, he will come after you. And he has more health than the Enderman. And he will teleport. And, yeah, the Ender Watcher. He's watching you. Now, the last mob I will show you is the Ender Triplets. They don't have a lot of health, so you can kill them easily, but they fly. So unless you're very good with a bow, I wouldn't go after them because it'd just be in a pain in the butt to get them. And I forgot to tell you, the Ender Watcher and the Ender Triplets, when you kill them, you'll get these Ender Shards. You'll be crafted into an Ender Stone. And then I will explain this in a minute. Okay, this is the last part I will show you for this mod showcase, and it is a boss. Yay, more bosses. This is the Horde Horn. To craft it, you will need a Hellstone ingot, an Eye of Ender, and 3 Ender Stone, and it will create the Horde Horn. Try saying that 10 times fast. But in all seriousness, this will spawn 5 different bosses. I will show you them all in a second. I will just use this so I can see better. And so you will right click the ground and then we'll say the green Ariosaco something will appear. And you wait 30 seconds and then from those 30 seconds it will spawn. And I will cut this part out and show you. Okay, so my Minecraft just crashed trying to spawn them, but I tried it again and it wouldn't work. So basically what would happen is you right here, I'll get it again. So basically, you right click with it, it would say something like, I don't know what, it would say the green Asirus something would be called, the blue one or the black one or the red one. Yeah, there are 5 different ones. And then these lights would start appearing and then the boss fight would start. And then you'd have to fight all 5 of them. But I'm sorry I couldn't show you it. Go check it out on the forums. Maybe it'll work for you. Just doesn't like it. They just don't like me. I see how it is. I'll just hang out with these Endermen. What's up? More parts will be coming out soon, and I am sorry this has taken so long to get out there, because I've been doing other stuff lately. But yeah, I was Divine RPG, and I will see you guys later.